Rockets, Lakers. Who you got?
Look, both of these teams have been struggling over their last couple of games, but I'm going with the Rockets. I'm going with KD. He's going to be on one. Ime Udoka is going to have the Houston Rockets ready, meaning getting back to their identity, playing physical, pounding the glass. I just think the Lakers right now, they don't have the personnel to match the Rockets. They're too athletic, they're too dangerous, they're too long on the perimeter.
Okay, Vince, T-Wolves, Nuggets, who you got?
I got Minnesota. I don't know if people are noticing, but Minnesota has won 10 out of 12. We talk about San Antonio, we talk about Oklahoma City. They are quietly rising back through the ranks of the Western Conference. That defense anchored by Rudy Gobert is really good. I think Minnesota's a sleeping giant ready to erupt in the Western Conference.
Okay, Perk, you got the Warriors taking on my Mavericks. Who you got?
I'm definitely not going against the light-skinned brother with the green eyes on the stage like this. I'm going with Steph Curry. Look, the Warriors are going to come out fired up. Draymond Green, the heart and soul of this team, is going to bring that energy that's needed. They're going to come out at home. They're going to show a young Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, what it's all about to dance on a stage like this on Christmas Day.
All right, the day tips off for the Cavs-Knicks at 12 Eastern on ABC and, of course, ESPN. And there's a very special broadcast of this game on ESPN2.
Mickey had so much fun last year.
Oh, boy!
He's asking Santa to bring the NBA back to Walt Disney World.
Ho, ho, ho! It's time to dress up Main Street, USA for a live animated game between the Cavaliers and the Knicks, with your favorite players bringing every bucket to the most magical place on Earth. And along with the halftime parade, I'll be hiding hidden Mickeys for you eagle-eyed viewers.
But uh-oh, looks like someone snuck along for the ride. Let's dunk the halls with Cavaliers, Knicks, Christmas Day at noon on ESPN2, Disney Plus, Disney Channel, Disney XD, and the ESPN app.
So with that, we bring in our motion track animated version of Monica McNutt on the call for the second straight year. Okay, Monica, I see you in the animated form again. I see you done changed the hairdo again. You done gone from blonde
here
to
on Main Street, Brian Custer, the hairdresser is away. It's the holidays, okay? So we're just gonna stick with the brown.
Okay, so since you're on the call again, let's talk about the Knicks. Do they have enough, in your opinion, to contend?
I do. I believe that the Knicks have enough to contend. Here's the thing, and I understand the trade rumors that are swirling, in particular around Giannis Antetokounmpo. I just like to remind people when this conversation comes up, the only time that you added one superstar in the same season and it went on to equal a championship was the Toronto, excuse me, Raptors with Kawhi Leonard. It is just not something that happens easily, right? And so I think when you look at the way that this Knicks team is competing and the chemistry that they've developed, the offensive prowess that they have going, the defense that continues to grow and improve, you got to give them the opportunity to ride this season out. Jalen Brunson's going to be an MVP candidate again, could be an actual MVP when it's all said and done, depending on how things go. Karl-Anthony Towns is getting better. He's still a guy that draws double teams. You look at the way that the wing players are playing for the Knicks, and the bench has begun to come along. Not to mention, they've been down two key rotation guys for almost a month in total, if you add it all up in McBride and Shaman.
Look, the animated Monica, the hair game wrong. The hand gestures, oh, it's on time. Because she was working them hands as she gives her explanations. Okay. So, Perk, let's talk about the Knicks. Do they, and I think you said they don't need Giannis to win a title. Tell me why.
They don't.
Why?
Solely because of this man right here, Big Body Brunson. You see him on my Christmas sweater because, listen, not only is he in the MVP conversation, but right now, with all due respect to Giannis and the Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson has been the best player in the Eastern Conference.
Whoa.
But a lot of things Monica said was correct when you talk about they have their synergy. Right? They're vibing under that Mike Brown system. They have one of the best offensive offensive teams. They're one of the best offensive teams in the entire NBA. And when you look at the depth of the others, and I'm not even going to disrespect OG Anunoby and call him a role player because he's playing at an all-star level. Mikal Bridges is playing at an all-star level. You have Jordan Clarkson and Kolek coming in off the bench. They're playing at an elite level and giving them what they need. Long as Karl Anthony Towns stay engaged and lose himself in the team, the Knicks are doing just fine. They don't need nobody else, and they're definitely going to come out of the Eastern Conference.
You like it, Monica?
I am a fan. Perk is telling y'all right. Yes, jingle bells.
Vince, I see you shaking your head, bro. Go ahead.
Animated Perk is wrong. Animated Monica is wrong. Like, the best player in the Eastern Conference, for one, so far this season, has been Cade Cunningham, because basketball is played on both ends of the floor. And Cade Cunningham is a lockdown defender. Jalen Brunson tries very hard, but me and him are the same height. That's not usually how it's going to work on defense in the NBA. I think the Knicks in general can get to the NBA Finals, in large part, Brian, because there's nobody else with playoff experience. I am of the belief that you cannot go from not winning a playoff series to the NBA Finals without actually going through some playoff wars. The only two teams who have done that have been Perk's Boston Celtics, add Kevin Garnett, add Ray Allen, and then the Heatles, the Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh team. You have to go through something. I just don't think the Knicks have enough to win an NBA title as currently constituted. So if you go get Giannis, I may be willing to listen to that. This roster now is very good, but I don't think it's championship ready.
Monica?
Well, I don't know why Vinny had to come in here and get shady. Nobody said that the Pistons weren't good. But anyway, I will just point out this when it comes to Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I know that health is wealth, and I'm not saying that he's not back to healthier days. But in the last two postseasons, y'all, he's played a total of 8 games. 5 in 1 year, 3 in the last. And so Giannis's game is heavily predicated on his power and on his strength. Let me see if I can flex in my animated world. Okay, yeah, a little flex. He's also, I would not define him as a spring chicken. And so I am not saying that he is still not one of the most dominant players in the course of a regular season, but the way that he plays, the types of injuries that he's had to navigate at this point in his career, all of it matters. And so I understand that the Knicks will do their due diligence and explore this, but I do think what they have going on right now is very special, very fragile, and worth protecting.
I can talk to animated Mana all day long. Go ahead, Perk. I'll give you a final word.
And also, if you give up Giannis, if you try to go get Giannis, you're gonna have to give up a lot. Meaning maybe an OG Anunoby, maybe a Mikal Bridges, and now you're gonna be, if you're the Knicks, you're gonna be faced to fill that void, and that's a hard void to fill, especially when you talk about two of the most elite two-way players in the game. Again, I would stand pat.
Oh, great points, guys. All right, listen, our annual NBA on Christmas Day tradition, it